Hello again. In the first part of my presentation, I talk about the core superpowers product managers need in the world of AI. And one of the most critical is the ability to learn and adapt. In the second part, I would like to share my own experience learning AI, the learning methodology I put together, and the results it delivered for me and the product managers I coach. When I joined Geico as VP of Product Management, I suddenly had AI, including generative AI, in my portfolio. I was very excited, but also in a tough spot. I had little knowledge of AI as I was coming after a few years of working in crypto, where I was totally immersed in blockchain technology. And I had to lead right away, make decisions, guide teams, set direction, while I was new to the space and the company. Fast forward to today, I advise AI startups and collaborate with brilliant founders and experts. The bar is very high. Staying knowledgeable and ahead of the curve is essential if I am going to provide real value and keep my credibility in this domain. The biggest challenge I faced, both at Geico and in my current work, has been the relentless pace and huge volume of learning required while having very little time for it. AI is fascinating and I enjoy learning very much, but there are so many new developments and also tools all the time. It's easy to get overwhelmed. The problem isn't lack of information. There's too much of it. So the real questions are, what should I learn? From where? How deep I need to go? How do I avoid rabbit holes? And just as important, how do I help other product managers? I realized that in a field evolving as fast as AI, mastering how to learn strategically, efficiently, and continuously is a core product management skill and a competitive advantage. So I develop a 5-point learning methodology that I apply all the time, and I also coach others about it. Let's go through the 5 points. Learn from your partners and network, leverage AI, balance self-learning with formal education, stay focused and avoid rabbit holes, and learn by doing. First point, learn from your partners and network. One of the best ways to learn is from people around you. So build a network of people who are passionate about technology and eager to share what they know. What worked really well for me was partnering with someone to learn together. Sharing ideas, debating, and keeping each other accountable made the process more engaging and effective. Join communities, read blogs, listen to podcasts, follow industry leaders, and attend or even organize events. Let me share some spaces I found valuable in my own learning. Products Account is a very good AI-focused community. I also recommend AI Product Circle with Peter and Colin. For a podcast, I'm a huge fan of the AI Daily Brief, and I also like Training Data and How AI. In terms of newsletter, The Batch by Andrew Ng and One Useful Thing by Ethan Mollick are not to be missed. They are both insightful and practical. Second point, AI tools have transformed learning, and there are so many out there that can help shorten the learning curve. A few examples. For searching for new information, I think Perplexity is great. It gives you comprehensive and nuanced answers, shows its sources, and saves you a lot of time. I think at this point, using an AI note taker is a must. There are many options out there, such as Phantom and Granola AI. I personally use Otter AI. Understanding and interacting with documents is also changing. There's so much information to absorb, and AI tools are game changers. You can take documents like white papers, market data, system diagrams, Slack threads, and even meeting notes, and upload them to tools like NotebookLM, Claude, or ChatGPT. These assistants analyze the content, surface key insights, and let you ask questions to explore the material more deeply. For fun learning experience, I highly recommend NotebookLM podcast mode. You can take a very dense document, think about that white paper that you keep procrastinating to read, upload it to NotebookLM, and it will generate an engaging conversation between two virtual hosts. It's surprisingly enjoyable. Now, a word of caution. AI models sometimes hallucinate, whether it's search results, summaries, or calculations, always cross-check important outputs with trusted sources. I've seen tools give confident but wrong answers, so double-checking can save you from costly mistakes. Third point, balance self-learning with formal education. All these AI tools, blogs, and videos are great, but they can't replace structured courses which can help you spot and fill gaps you didn't even realize you had. There are excellent courses on platforms like Coursera, Deep Learning, and Maven. Actually, Maven offers free lightning session on AI and product management that I encourage you to check out. And if you're looking to learn how to no-code tools to build a prototype vibe coding, I recommend calling Matthew's AI Prototype for Product Managers. Fourth point, stay focused and avoid rabbit holes. The biggest challenge is not getting overwhelmed by all the resources or by how much there is to learn. I have definitely fallen down the rabbit holes before, spending too much time digging too deep into topics that weren't necessary. So I learned the hard way to get really clear about my learning goals and outcomes. I choose the areas where I need depth and, just importantly, where I don't. You need a roadmap for your learning journey so you know where you're going, why you're going there, and how not to get lost in the weeds. The last point, but very important, learn by doing. No matter how much you learn, there's no substitute for hands-on experience. The best way to learn is by doing. You have to dive in, build, experiment, and prototype with AI tools like Bolt or Lovable and apply what you learn to real problem. That's how knowledgeable becomes skills. So in conclusion, adaptability is key. The world of AI is constantly evolving, and learning how to learn is a superpower. So let's talk about what happened in my case. I apply my learning methodology consistently and refine it along the way, both for myself and for the product managers I coach. And of course, I took a few wrong turns. Early on, I spent too much time diving into technical topics that actually didn't serve my goals. I realized I didn't need to become a machine learning engineer. I needed fluency, not mastery. I also delayed getting into vibe coding using no-code, low-code tools, and that was a mistake. Everyone around me seemed to be building things effortlessly. Kids, 90 years old. But when I first tried, beyond just playing for fun, I found that building something that actually worked and met my goals wasn't that easy. When I shared my struggles with my AI network, I got validation. Yes, there is a real learning curve and that it takes a lot of practice. I also got help, and that made all the difference. So what were the results? My methodology and efforts, including what I learned from my mistakes, led to meaningful outcomes. At Geico, I improved the virtual assistant, reducing transfer rates to live agents by 10%, which meant improved customer experience and significant cost savings. In my current advisory work, I help product managers navigate the AI landscape without burning out. One of them told me, I finally feel like I have a path instead of just drowning in knowledge. Also, I've been invited by organizations like Harvard Business School, Products That Count, and Women in Product to talk about AI impact on product management, which has been incredibly rewarding. I would like to leave you with a few takeaways. Don't wait to feel ready. Just start. Whether it's vibe coding, testing a new AI tool, or diving into a complex topic, start small, but start now. You'll figure out what you need by doing, not by endlessly preparing. Each week, define and refine your learning roadmap with ruthless prioritization. Before diving into any AI content, spend time clarifying what you actually need to know and outline concrete steps. Put practical rituals in place. Make learning part of your product practice, not something you squeeze in when you have time. Block recurring time slots on your calendar, even if it's just for 15 minutes. Consistency matters more than duration. Pair every concept with a micro build. Before you finish a blog or a podcast, open a tool and practice one tiny slice, an LLM prompt, a quick prototype, whatever maps to the idea. The act of doing, even if it's a throwaway, logs the learning in. So The whole experience influenced how I think about product management, and it reminded me that learning isn't a side task. It's a core practice. My job isn't just to make decisions, it's to create clarity for myself, for my team, and sometimes for the entire organization amid rapid change. And they start to learning how to learn. So here's my question to you. How will you intentionally design your own learning system? One that works for you, keeps you focused, and helps you lead with confidence in the world of AI. And what's one concrete step you'll take this week to turn learning into your competitive advantage?